Hi guys, this is Mom,
This is Sis.
and this is
Mom and Sis Get Fit.
This is week number 2 for us, and I weighed, like I said, Tuesdays are weigh day, and I was down 0.8, which I think makes me a total of 4.5. Yay! And you?
The first week did not lose anything, but that's okay.
That's right.
I made up for it this week and I lost 2 pounds.
Yay!
Yay!
So what do you think you did different?
I think I actually kind of paid attention a little more to what I was eating and if I was hungry or not. I didn't really do well with counting my calories or anything like that, but I really just focused on if I was hungry.
Tried not to eat when you weren't hungry.
Right. If I wasn't hungry, I wasn't gonna eat.
You can see our rooster in the background, no chickens, so we just thought we'd film out here. Sometimes he'll get to talking to you. But anyway, I didn't do as well really because I've had like the past 2 weeks at work have just been really stressful. And the past 3 days I've been by myself, my coworker's been off, and so it's been like really terrible. But I didn't do too, I could have done better, but it could have been worse.
Yeah, it could have been way worse.
Yeah, for what I was having to deal with, because like we've talked about, we are stress eaters and that kind of thing. So, anyway, one of the things I was wanting to tell you, a book that I found, I actually saw the video on YouTube, and then I decided to get his book, and you guys can look it up on YouTube. His name, it's Dr. Judson, Judson, Brewer, Bruwer, and his book is talking about like it says the craving mind from cigarettes to smartphones, and he talks about your mind and why you do things that even though your common sense tells you that it's not good for you and you should not do it, but still you do it, and so I think that relates to a lot of things, food, our iPhones, we have an addiction to how much do you look at that iPhone a day or hold it in your hand, and and that kind of thing. So anyway, I'll let you know more, as I kind of read it, but you can definitely look up his, go to YouTube, and he's done some interviews and everything. But I do again think that a lot of times our eating, it's definitely a mind issue. It's where our mind gets stressed and that kind of thing, and so we go to what we find is comfort for us, and oh, that tasted good, that made me feel good, so the next time I get stressed, then I decide I want to go for that same thing.
And we've just trained ourselves for so long that that's what we need.
And so I think it's just a matter of of retraining our minds, and so that's definitely, I think, something that along with this, it's a journey that I also want to follow that avenue, and read more about your mind and why your mind does the things that it does, and how we get addicted to just different things. I know years ago that we didn't have a cell phone. The whole time I was a teenager and growing up, I didn't get my first cell phone until I was probably 25 or 26, and now if I happen to leave the house just on a short errand and I don't have it, I really it's kind of you get nervous, it's like a nerve-wracking thing. And I went all those years and never had one, so
but I think a lot of that too is a lot more stuff is happening nowadays too.
Yeah, that's true too. And so, but I think in doing that, with that phone, you also have the added stress of, what if somebody needs me and they can't get a hold of me, and, and you're constantly on call, you've constantly got that phone there, and every time it beeps, chirps, whatever, you're looking at it. And
you never get time for yourself.
No, and it's a lot of distraction. It's a lot of distraction.
Right.
Actually, one of the things they talked about was a study where it was a classroom, and the teacher actually asked the kids to leave their cell phones out, and she put up on the board different apps, like whether it was, you know, Snapchat, email, Facebook, whatever type of, you know, and she asked them each time they got a ping, you know, from one of those things, go up to the blackboard and make a mark, you know, on that. And I think by the end of a school day, I mean, you're talking a classroom of 5th graders or 6th graders, they had over 1,000 and some interruptions in one day, just from their smartphones being out. You know, how do you concentrate? How does anybody concentrate? If you keep that cell phone out, how do you concentrate on a TV show? How do you concentrate on a book? How do you concentrate? How do you go to sleep at night with that sitting right there beside of you, you know, or whatever?
And there's constant information coming in,
Absolutely.
whether you're asleep or not, it's
Right.
always going to be there.
Right, right. And it's just too easy to grab for it, you know, and that kind of thing. So, you know, it's going to be interesting. I just got past the first few pages, so I'm really not in it enough to even give you any ideas or anything that I'm picking up from it. But I think that that's a very interesting topic, is how your mind gets you, how you crave certain things and what causes you to do that.
And that's definitely a big food thing, because
Sure.
I can agree that I have an addiction to it, because I use it to cope with things.
Sure.
Instead of actually dealing with what's going on, my brain automatically thinks, you know, I want chocolate.
Because
or I want...
what that does too is delays you having to deal with it.
That's
Because
true too.
during the time that you're eating or you're doing whatever, your mind is not focusing on your problem. It's focusing on what I'm eating, what I'm doing. So it's a distraction. So it really kind of gives you a brief minute to not have to think about whatever issue it is that you're dealing with. So I think too, that's that's another thing, the way that we use those things is a distraction. But anything new that you're going to be trying this week? Or
I'm just going to keep trying. Maybe try to count my calories better. But for right now, I'm kind of enjoying just, you know, being really intuitive with my body and focusing on, okay, do I really need to eat, or is this just me being bored?
Right.
Or am I not dealing with an emotion right now? Do I really need to think about what I'm doing right now?
Right.
Instead of automatically going to food, maybe, you know, walk or
Right.
draw or
Yeah, exactly.
talk to someone.
Right.
Instead of just automatically, that's the thing that I go for.
Right. I think this week, one of the things that I want to try and do is I want to try and drink more water, and get away from so much pop here in the South. Pop, I don't know where
Soda,
you're from, soda, wherever,
cola.
whatever people call it. Yeah, Coke, whatever. That's always been my go-to drink from a kid on. And I do know that, you know, I need to drink water, that it would be healthier. Even drinking diet is not good. There's so many chemicals and that kind of thing. And so I definitely want to I think that's going to be a focus of mine this week. I actually go have my annual physical on Friday, so I'll be having lab work done here in the next couple weeks. So that'll be a big thing to see where my labs are, and then that'll help me maybe make some more bigger changes and bigger decisions as to which, you know, ways and avenues that I want to go. Because I do currently take blood pressure medication. Last time my blood pressure, because I had lost weight, was lower. She even kind of thought and went back and forth with possibly taking me off, but then decided to just go ahead and leave me on it for now. So that was probably about 6 months ago. So we'll see how it runs this time and what they say. Hypertension does run in my family, but I do know with myself, hypertension seems to come on with weight gain. When I lose weight, I don't seem to have the problem. So for right now, it seems to be most of the issues that I'm borderline on or that I face come from weight gain. The heavier I am, the closer to the high normals that I get, whereas when I lose weight, I seem to go back down to a normal, range. And so, and I think, why wouldn't you want to try and not go on medication and not do those things if you can just simply change what you're eating. And again, it's just a matter of making yourself, it's a decision. It's what's best for you, so why not do it? You know, so let's see what the book says and what I can learn from the book as to why we continue to do things that hurt us, even though we know we shouldn't be doing them. So maybe next week I'll have a lot more, can tell you more things that I've, you know, maybe gleaned from the book, and will be either have already put into practice, or maybe we'll start putting into practice.
Right. That sounds good to me.
Okay. So anything else you want to say?
No, not really. Just everybody stay positive.
That's
Remember,
right.
This is not just weight loss.
Right.
This is being healthy.
Exactly.
So don't really focus on the number.
No.
Focus on how you feel.
Right, how you feel. And like I said, you know, going to the doctor and those lab values, to me, that's the bigger thing, is how, you know, my lab values and that kind of thing. And just like you say, feeling better. You know, it's just I want to overall feel better. I don't want to feel sluggish. You know, as it says, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Right.
You know, and exactly. I mean, you know, that's exactly
It's
it.
the truth.
Yeah, you know, and so anyway, that is a big, you know, we do want to make sure that you understand that is a big part of our focus. It's not a number on the scale. We both maybe have an idea of how much we'd like to lose, but I do not have a certain number on a scale, a certain size of jeans, a certain anything that I'm looking at. I'm just looking at healthy, you know. It does not matter to me, you know, I have to be this way, and I won't be happy. That's not my goal at all, you know, in doing this. But anyway, if you guys would please share our videos if it's something that you think may help somebody, you know, to follow our journey. It's not perfect and it's not easy, and we slip up and we're going to make mistakes, and we'll be very open and honest here. And
we won't sugarcoat it for you.
No, and if anybody has any comments, you know, please leave those below, and please like and subscribe, share with anybody again that you know that you think you know that this might help. And you guys have a safe and happy Memorial Day. That's coming up this weekend. So if you have a cookout, you know, enjoy that, and just make it as healthy as you can. But we still want you to enjoy those, you know, enjoy those moments and the times with your family. We just had a little birthday, little shebang here and at our house, and for a family member, and it was just, you know, it wasn't anything major, and we, you know, we enjoyed it.
We still had a good time.
And we still had a good time, exactly. And that's what it's all about, you know, family and togetherness, and enjoying and pay attention, and put those phones down, and show the person that you're with attention, because that's really, you know, what anybody wants, is to know that they're being listened to, and that they're loved, and that they're cared for. So anyway, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.